Hello, I'm back here with another video, and today I'm going to discuss about the different layouts in Android application, the different XML layouts. If you've been developing Android application, you'll realize that we have like three common layout styles in Android Studio. So I'm going to explain briefly how we can do that, and to do that I'm going to create a new empty activity that we're going to use to just explain. Okay, you right click, then you go to empty activity. I'm going to call that layouts. So the different layouts, you find that there is one called constraint layout that comes automatically with Android Studio by default, and then there is the relative layout, the one that we relate one widget to the other widget. We use anomaly IDs to maybe say left off or right off. And then there is a linear layout, the one you have for that you have to specify the orientation in which you're using. So right now we're in constraint layout because that is what Android Studio comes in default with before you change. And with constraint layout, we have to set our constraints like from one widget to the other. And if you see clearly at the end of each widget, you have like some bubbles, something like some bubbles. That's how we set our constraints. Yeah, so you can set a left constraint, top constraint, or even bottom. But what's required is two, maybe two either left or right, and then one from the top. So you can link like how much distance you want another widget to be located from another widget in Android. So right now I've set two constraints to two widgets, the first text view and the first button. But when you try to scroll down now to the third button, you'll realize that there is some error. It shows red. That means we have not set up. That's because we have not set our constraints. But when we do that, we're going to now get rid of the error. So that is how constraint layout is. You have to set. So let me try to do that now, and you will see the error disappear. Yeah, we're cool. That is it. So that's how we normally set constraint layout. You can drag and drop if you don't want to type the code by yourself. You could just drag and drop. So maybe when I try to change that to login, then that one to this is a text view. I am a text view. Yeah, for better. Then there is a way we can get rid of those constraints if you've already set them. What you just need to do is to right click on them and then choose delete. Right click, then you can delete. And as you can see now, we don't have the right constraint for that button. So likewise you can do to all of them. Delete. You can also delete that one. Then now you can choose where you want to place your button. If you want to place them horizontally, you can still do that in constraint layout. I can delete that. Then maybe I can link from that button to the other button, and then I can pull to left. Yeah, then you can just position. That is the good thing about this. Yeah, so I think that is all about relative, I mean constraint layout. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to explain about relative layout. Okay, linear. Let's start with linear first. We're going to demonstrate a linear layout, and for that, to do that, you just, maybe we can delete that first and then start afresh. So what you are required to do with a linear layout, you need to change there to linear first. Then you need to set the orientation. But first of all, let's create our widgets. Start with text view with the wrap content as the width, then a wrap content also. Then text, I am a text view something. Yeah, that is it. As you can see now, it's located at the top left corner. So this one you have to like style fully, completely with your own styles. You can set graffiti, but to this is very important. You need to set the orientation. You can either set the orientation to be vertical or horizontal. So vertical, the elements will be aligned vertically, but then when you place horizontally, the elements will be aligned horizontally in the activity. So then maybe you can add some text. I mean text size to be 30 so that we can see clearly. So I'm just going to copy paste that to make it real quick. Maybe change that to button. Then I am a button or login, I don't know. Hello. Okay, let's place that as the text. Then we can still do the same, copy that. Just going to paste. Then I'm going to call the welcome. Then maybe let me try to change that orientation to horizontal now. Then we can see how the elements are being aligned. Yeah, you can see they're now horizontally. So maybe I can just delete the final one, get rid of that, or comment out. Then you can see now we can it's okay. So we're now going to move on to our relative layout. So that one, you have to get rid of the orientation. We're not going to use any orientation there. Instead, we're just going to change to from linear to relative. Okay, it has to have a closing tag. So let's create the same widgets, edit text. So this one, each and every widget must have an ID, so that that ID will be used to relate from the next widget from the previous widget, like maybe below, left off, right off, top off. But you need to refer the IDs by the widgets by ID. So that's why we have to have the ID. So let's place the RAM text view, put it a text of text and a text view. Then text size, maybe we can give it a 30 dp or something. Then gravity center, Okay. Okay, maybe let me just copy paste that, then maybe change that to button. But first of all, I have to change the id, because the ids must be unique, they cannot be the same. So button, change that to button. My button. Then I try to I'm going to use below to align that button to be below the text view. And to do that, you need to take the id, then say now it's below the widget with id my text view. And yeah, you can see now it is it has that. So likewise, you can also, okay, let's change that first to hello button. Then maybe you can, so likewise we can change that to left, even to right, right off, left off. As you can see, it's now aligned. Okay, let's try. It's not visible because our button, our text view carries a lot of the space, but when we place it right off, you will see it, we expect it now to be displayed in the right side of the text view, and that is it. Maybe you can still copy paste that. Then likewise, we're going to change that to below, maybe give it another id name, my button too. Yeah, then it will now be on top of our button. So thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe to my channel.